Hey folks, this is Cody from Anglers from Birth, and I'm here basically to give you a quick rundown on the new Jackall Gantarel that I got. It appears to be one of the most realistic swim baits that I've really seen on the market. Absolutely fantastic. The photo finish is totally realistic on it. So I guess without further ado, I'll give you guys a quick look at it. So here we have it, the Jackall Gantarel. I mean, look at that. It's absolutely stunning. The realism is fantastic. As you can see, it's a hard-bodied, jointed swim bait, which I've been looking for quite a long time because it's going to last as long as, you use 50-pound test practically so you don't lose it. Let's see. I guess I'll run through some of the features on this bad boy. You can see it's got a line tie right here, and basically on the back of the box it says you can either maybe tie your line to that and make it run extremely shallow since it is a floating lure, or they said you can attach different drop shot weights possibly to make it either neutrally buoyant or a slow sinking rate, your choice. So they kind of give you some room to play around with it. Another feature that I really like is, I don't know if you can see, we got these planer boards right here, planer boards, and those actually allow it basically with a faster retrieve that you have, it'll actually go down to about 3 feet deep. Soon I'm actually charging my GoPro up right now. I'm going to do some underwater tests so you can actually see exactly what this thing looks like in the water because, boy, it is realistic. We have feathers on the hooks to make them float a little better, obviously, also to conceal them in the water, make it look a little more realistic. And as you can see, we also have another line tie right here. Well, it's not a line tie, actually. It's possibly used for a stinger hook, but it also states that basically you can use it up to your imagination. So you do whatever you want with that, but it's a 3-piece, and boy, this thing looks realistic in the water. Another feature that I also really like about this bait is the fact that both of these hook ties right here are actually swivels. So that means that there's a lot less line, wrap basically, so mid-cast since it is a heavy bait. It's going to have a lower chance of hooking up on your line. Plus, when you do get a fish that smacks this bad boy, it can't really use the momentum to, I guess, stick the hook onto its own swivel and use that to pry the hook out of its mouth on, let's say, a jump or something. But we also have, let's see, the actual line tie for your line right at the top here also swivels. So mid-cast, when it's spinning through the air, since it is such a big bait, you also get a lot less line twist, and it has a much lower percentage chance of actually hooking up on itself. But, I mean, you can see the realism. Looks literally almost exactly like a bluegill. In my opinion, it's probably one of the most fantastic swim baits I've really seen. But hopefully soon I'll be catching some pigs on it, and I'm very excited to have it. I'm just absolutely stoked, so hopefully you guys will see some pretty sweet big old bass that I'll catch on this bad boy, and I'll be having that GoPro on and ready, so maybe I'll do a little compilation video. But that's just my quick rundown of the Jackall Gantarel. They are quite expensive, and from what I've heard, relatively hard to find, but boy, does it seem worth it. So hopefully I'll see you guys soon, with a big old fish and some photos. Thank you all for watching, and you guys have a fantastic night.